the area I'm most interested in, quite honestly, is the ability for an individual school district to import curricula, and what we are going to do to make sure that the options the school district have meet the rigor necessary to meet standards. And quite honestly, to expect a school district or a teacher to look at the whole syllabus and make that determination would be daunting, and we need some sort of clearinghouse. And I agree with you that online is going to be a big part of the future, but I'm looking at a lot of my small rural schools and their ability to offer Japanese or Chinese as an option. They aren't going to be able to do it unless we have this in the toolkit. So are you looking at that as a separate issue from the charter discussion is going to go on and on, but the ability for us to have a clearinghouse so that districts can import what they need, I think is also very critical. Where is the board on that discussion?
Chair House, Senator Kruse, members of the committee. Right now, districts are bringing in, I would say, hundreds of courses to their schools. 1 out of 7 students get credit for college credit in their schools. Now, some of that's taught by their student, but we're doing that right now.
Right.
We believe that there is the virtual school district that you help sponsor that creates courses at the state of Oregon, which those courses are reviewed, et cetera, et cetera. Then you have that whole group of courses coming from Chemeketa Community College, University of Oregon, Harvard, whatever, that people are accessing. I think approving every course, to me, is all but impossible. I mean, they bring you to your knees from a standpoint as either a local school district or a state, because they're just so many options. But what the board has done, and you're going to hear more of this in 2012. Get ready. Senator Kruse mentioned graduation requirements. In 2012, and in the past, graduation requirements have consisted of courses, a certain array of courses, which there's more, it used to be 21 credits. Since I've been on the board, it's now 24 credits. And the student has to get D or better. If they get those courses, they can graduate. State Board of Education has adopted the new graduation requirements that in the year 2012, there must be a minimum reading competency for a student to graduate from high school, even if they've completed all of those 24 units. So we put in some check and balance of, does the student really know something? I can see bristling in the back of the room, because most students, when they get a high school diploma, do know things. They've had a rigorous curriculum, et cetera, et cetera. Some students, however, and you talked about remediation. Community college, you can look at community college, I'm familiar with them. 19 to 20% of their offerings are remedial. Now, a lot of that are adults. A lot of that's not 18-year-olds, so don't pick on the K-12 system for all that remediation. A lot of that are working adults or non-working adults, etc. So in 2012, there's a reading competency. It can be done by testing. It can also be done by samples within a school district that school district guarantees that student has that reading competency. 2013. Now, the furor is going to come. That's the juniors of this year, when 25% of our students, I'm guessing, don't meet that minimum competency. You're going to be inundated, those of you still lucky enough to be in the legislature,
or unlucky enough,
whichever way, with parents and educators. We can't not pass my kid, et cetera, et cetera. So get ready. 2013 is going to be writing. 2014 is going to be mathematics. So in some regards, the state board's opinion, this is really getting tough when I say state board opinion. But I think the general consensus is we've adopted the minimum competencies, the essential skills, to guarantee that if you have an online course coming in and you're doing mathematics, it's going to be tested eventually by does the student meet the requirement for mathematics for graduation. Which means if that's the case, you don't have to do every individual course. You have a portfolio that student has finished courses, 24 units, and then meets essential skills that are demanded by the high school diploma. Now, I don't know if that answers your question, but this is the first time the state board, and a lot of you have been here a long time with Sim and Cam. Sim and Cam was never mandatory. It was always optional. It was never required for graduation except maybe in 1 or 2 districts. The Sim was. Cam was never, I don't believe, was demanded. So this is the first time in 2012, 2013, 2014, there are some essential skills that a high school graduate must have in order to get an Oregon high school diploma. That's a really big check and balance on if students are learning from all-day kindergarten, 3rd grade, benchmarks all the way through.